Sound healing. How does it work? Sound healing is an ancient practice that started when Greeks discovered that certain types of music can cure mental disorders. There is something in the rhythms that resonate and soothe the troubled mind, providing comfort and healing. Sound healing naturally synchronizes with the brainwaves, influencing the nervous system to achieve a profound level of relaxation that restores the balanced frequencies of the human cells. Throughout the pages of history, there are many stories about how sound heals the body, mind, and spirit. People attested to the truth that sound was instrumental to their fast and total healing, helping them release negative emotions and thoughts. During this modern age, sound healing is part of many wellness programs and therapies. While the practice has evolved and uses different forms, the techniques remain anchored to the core of healing effects. Music remains a popular medium, as well as instruments that are believed to promote healing faster. Some of the widely used instruments include steel tongue drums, tank drums, tuning forks, Tibetan singing bowls, harps, gongs, and pan flutes. The generated sound acts as a funnel of light that puts the practitioners in a state of conscious awareness, guiding them to the healing process. What is sound healing? Sound healing is about harnessing the vibrations to calm your mind and body. A troubled mind can make the physical body sick. A sick body troubles the mind. Using sound to relax is the simplest and safest form of healing therapy. Therapeutic sound can release the energy blockages inside the body, inducing a state of balance and harmony that alters the brain waves. Perhaps this is one reason why the cliché "music is the soul's food" becomes a popular statement. There is a truth in saying that just hearing your favourite music on the radio or playing your favourite instrument can put you in a state of bliss. Sound healing that uses voice, music, or sacred instruments shifts low, negative frequencies to higher vibrations that bring pure joy and love. How does it happen? The human body is made up of 75% water. Water is a powerful conductor. As vibrations travel the physical body, the frequency of sound aligns with the brain waves. The process instantly activates the body's distress responses that bring a better flow of energy, blood circulation, and rejuvenating effects. How does it work? Sound healing works by entrainment. It is the term that describes how particular sounds can put the brain waves into a calmer or more relaxed state. When the brain waves attune to the sounds, they slow down. The experience is akin to what occurs during meditation. As the body and mind calm down, beneficial chemicals are released to the body. They enhance the mood, lift the spirit, and allow the lymphatic system to heal the body. During the whole experience, the person feels spiritually attuned to a higher being. Point to ponder. Sounds in pure forms, different frequencies, and music are popular wellness modalities that promote healing. What are the benefits of sound healing? One of the best benefits that sound healing gives is impermanence. According to Buddhists, impermanence is a deeper understanding that everything in life is in constant change, that nothing stays static or permanent. It is something that you need to ponder, accept, and practice. Once impermanence is fully understood, you will begin to experience greater wisdom about life itself. It unlocks a higher sense of self, being more loving and at peace. Sound healing helps in relieving stress, reducing pain, bringing balance, enhancing relaxed mood, removing negative energy, encouraging better behaviour, promoting better sleep, recovering from illness and trauma, lowering cholesterol and blood pressure, reducing mood swings. How to harness the power of sound. Remember that everything in the universe is in constant motion, including our bodies. This means that every cell, tissue, and organ of the body works on a healthy resonant frequency. Any change in this frequency can cause mild to serious disorders or diseases. Restoring the healthy frequency leads to the natural healing of the body. The human body has a potent power to heal itself. By learning how to harness the power of sounds through music, voice therapy, or using instruments, deep and complete healing is possible. Sounds and rhythms of music connect with the universal law of harmony, providing beneficial effects on the health of humans and other living beings. This principle of resonance is the core of all sound therapies and proven by science as one of the most effective ways to heal oneself. Moreover, the principle of acoustic resonance amplifies the sound waves and matches the natural resonance frequency of the body. This results in a deeper impact on the person's spiritual, emotional, and psychological being. The interaction of the beneficial frequencies of sound to the human cells, organs, and tissues creates a profound impact that enhances bodily functions. It influences the activity of the brain and nervous system, internal secretion, circulation, and digestion. How do you start? The key to effective sound therapy or sound healing is meditation. The use of sound along with imagery unlocks the power of self to correct any disorders, improve health, uncover deep-seated emotions, and release negative thoughts that cause havoc to well-being. Using musical instruments promotes a meditative state that allows you to begin your healing journey. To achieve a state of mindful consciousness, you can start by toning or vocalizing any of the vowels A, E, I, O, U, and holding its vibration to focus. You can do it while playing your instrument, allowing the reverberation of the sounds to linger on. If you like using mantras like or Om, go for it. The goal is to focus on the present moment and allow one's frequency to align with the sounds that your instrument is producing. Once grounded and centered, you can focus on playing your instrument and let the sound connect with your core being. Allow the beautiful harmonies, rhythms, and vibrations of healing instruments to resonate with your body, mind, and soul. Listen and hear the sounds through your ears, but feel the music with your soul. Chapter 2. Drumming for Health and Well-being. Drums are one of the oldest musical percussion instruments for entertainment, cultural rituals, religious ceremonies, and healing. In the Native American culture, drums are a sacred element because people believe that the drum beats are in sync with Mother Earth's heartbeat. Drum therapy uses therapeutic rhythm techniques to sustain mental, physical, and spiritual health. This ancient healing approach helps release emotional and mental trauma, boosting the immune system and overall well-being. Drumming for health is increasingly being utilized as a means for promoting well-being, communication, and personal development. Therapists have been using drums for self-expression and improving the health of their patients. Drumming as therapy. Drumming can be therapeutic, helping you connect with your inner being while rejuvenating your body, mind, and soul. It is a valuable treatment for a lot of physical, mental, and emotional illnesses, such as stress, anxiety, fatigue, chronic pain, asthma, dementia, arthritis, migraines, multiple sclerosis, cancer, stroke, paralysis, Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, emotional disorders, certain mental disorders, ADHD, anger management issues, addictions, children with autism, eating disorders. It is useful in helping individuals with learning difficulties and physical disabilities. Drumming therapy is also used to promote wellness among older people, recovering addicts, prisoners, and troubled teens. According to various studies, drumming can accelerate healing because the vibrations influence the immune system and stimulate beneficial hormones that are relaxed to well-being. The beats and rhythms of the drum trigger the production of endorphins, the morphine-like pain reliever of the body that is useful to those who are experiencing grief and severe pain. Drumming is powerful because the vibrations permeate the brain in such a way that can generate neuronal connections in all sections. It is ideal for children with ADHD and people with brain impairment or damage. This sound therapy engages both the linear and creative side of the human brain. The linear is the left side of the brain, or the rational brain. It is associated with the ability of the person to analyze how the drum's rhythms fit together and understand the polyrhythmic parts. The creative side, or the intuitive side, is in the side. It is responsible for music appreciation and the entertainment of rhythms in the human body. While these two hemispheres typically emanate different levels of wave frequencies, drumming activity synchronizes the sounds. Just like the deep meditation technique, drumming creates a feeling of euphoria and promotes high creativity. You can drum out your frustration, guilt, and other negative emotions without revealing them or saying a word. Drumming on your own or with a group is healing. It can complement traditional forms of talk therapies. Moreover, drumming breaks down barriers that build confidence and motivation. Drumming to treat trauma and depression. Drumming induces a reversal of the body's response to hormonal stress and killer cell activities. It makes patients less distressed, less anxious, and more confident. Drumming therapy is an excellent treatment for people suffering from mild depression, even reducing their reliance on medications. Traumatic experiences left emotional scars and fears that can trigger lifelong anxiety and even depression. Sound therapy using drums is a liberating, intuitive and relaxing experience that allows the eventual release of pent-up emotions, guilt, anxieties, anger, and other negative emotions. A study about health rhythms, a program that was developed by neurologist Batty Bittman and music therapist Christine Stevens, revealed that recreational music and group drumming significantly lessens stress, changes the genomic stress marker of the body, and stimulates the release of cancer-killing T cells. According to Bittman, these happen because drumming orchestrates the immune system and tunes the biological responses, enabling healing to begin. Key point. To induce alpha or theta waves, you need to drum at about 4 beats per second repetitively. This helps relax your mind. Drumming to improve communication. Drumming breaks down emotional and mental barriers, helping you communicate your feelings better. It helps you to be more honest and open about what you feel and think, hence enhancing your relationships and career. When barriers are broken down, the junks of emotions and thoughts are released and resolved, leaving a light feeling that increases the quality of your life. You don't need previous musical experience to be able to beat your drum. It does not require you to know about chords and melodies. You just beat it and create rhythms that resonate with your inner self. And as you beat your worries away, you get to displace and rechannel your negative energy and diffuse resentment, anger, or fear. It is empowering, physically toning, as well as emotionally and mentally rejuvenating. It leads to overall healing. In essence, drumming is communicating and a form of self-expression. In the olden days, drums have been used to signal the beginning of hunting expeditions, ceremonies, and even tribal wars. In these modern times, drumming is a profession, a hobby, or a way to heal oneself. Drumming to boost brain power. As mentioned above, drumming influences both the hemispheres of your brain. When in motion, the brain is required to strengthen the non-dominant left side if your dominant side is your right hand. This is to encourage proper coordination of your limbs. According to studies, drumming increases IQ level because the repeated exposure to the rhythm serves as a stimulus that boosts brain power. Drumming also nurtures your brain's creative side, letting you enjoy the beat while learning your own play style. There are also claims that drumming regularly can boost your performance in school, especially in the mathematics subject. Drumming to restore memory. Drum therapy helps treat memory loss, especially Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. The low rhythmic pulses help in stabilizing disorientation. The goal is to use sound therapy to restore normal communication in the brain regions for greater retrieval of memory. Drumming to relax the mind. Repeated drumming of 4 beats per second can effectively relax the mind and induce alpha or theta waves. Theta state is at 4 to 8 Hz, 1 notch lower of relaxation. This is typically achieved during deep meditation practices and mental imagery. Drumming can help you obtain this state of relaxation and lucid consciousness. Our normal awake state is beta, while alpha state is 9 to 13 Hz, with characteristics of calm, lucid, relaxed, not thinking consciousness. Studies reveal that drumming therapy produces pleasurable feelings and enhanced awareness that help to release emotional traumas and reintegration of self. The production of theta waves and synchronization of brain waves bring in a sense of connectedness with self and other people. It effectively alleviates the feeling of alienation, isolation, and self-centeredness. Moreover, drumming offers a secular approach to access the higher power and apply spiritual perspectives that helps in the journey toward healing. Drumming to get physically fit. Yes, drumming can help you burn off excess calories. By just using your hands and moving along with the rhythms, you can burn an average of 272 calories an hour. It builds up your adrenaline and lets you have fun while sweating out. Drumming also helps you become more aware of your body's abilities, not only in the physical realm, but also beyond space and time. Drumming to develop confidence. Drumming is dynamic and promotes a growth mindset. As you play, your worries seem to fly away, helping you find balance. It allows you to learn something new that doubles up as a therapeutic tool. It gives you the confidence to overcome obstacles and gain a positive mindset that is very crucial to total healing. While drumming, your mental focus and impulse control become better, which helps a lot in your decision-making. Drumming for mindfulness. Drumming can complement mindfulness meditation. Combining these two techniques in a therapy program can be life-changing. A single session of meditation that focuses on the drum's compelling rhythms helps the mind and body to relax. Science and psychology identify that meditation and drumming can alleviate stress as well as support cancer care and memory loss. The monotonous, regular, punctuated sounds of beating the drum are very powerful. They help you achieve a mindful state that promotes rejuvenating and healing effects. There is no denying that the modern, fast-paced lifestyle contributes to stress that leads to all types of illness. The act of drumming itself is a therapy that is energizing and soothing to emotional wounds and mental fatigue. Why is drumming the new way to sound healing? Sound healing is not a new concept. It has been used by the Tibetan monks and Australia's Aboriginal people for many centuries. Drumming produces vibrations that are relaxing and rejuvenating. This is why more and more individuals prefer this option. Like the other wellness techniques, drumming is healing and therapeutic. Celebrities like Charlize Theron and Iron Man Robert Downey Jr. are active practitioners of sound healing. Here's another catch. Sound healing is less challenging compared to meditation. This is because the sound keeps your mind attentive, letting you enter into a deep state of calmness that promotes well-being. Trivia. The cells in the human body are responsive to vibrations and frequencies, and each one has its unique electromagnetic field. Chapter 3. Tongue drums. One type of drum with a nice look and fun to play is the tongue drum. This incredible instrument is also therapeutic and is popularly used for sound healing. It is a percussion instrument that belongs to the idiophone family, or group of sounding materials that do not need a membrane, strings, or external resonators to create sound. A tongue drum is also called a hank drum, tank drum, or steel tongue drum. Origin of tongue drum. Tongue drums in wooden versions have been in existence for a very long time. The unique pieces of this beautifully sounding instrument were first formed in the shape of hollowed-out trees and sounded using sticks and branches. Aztecs have their version of tone drums or log drums, while the Africans have slit drums. These early forms of instruments are considered the predecessors of the modern-day tongue drums. In the last few years, tongue drums are making waves as tools for healing and relaxation. Its comeback was made possible by American developer Dennis Havlena, who created the first modern version of tongue drum using a propane gas tank. He cut the bottom of 2 propane tanks and welded them together. Then he cut varying lengths and widths of tongues to define the musical notes. He completed his first steel tongue drum in 2007 and called it the hank drum. Dennis was glad he had invented this instrument, but was not keen on commercially producing it himself, allowing the big manufacturers to use his design. Features and orientation. Tongue drums resemble flying saucers. They generate a unique, pleasant and compelling timbre. When you hit the tongues on its surface, each of the tongues produces a different note that allows you to create your own rhythms. The number of tongues is equal to the number of notes that it can produce. This melodic instrument is known for its very relaxing sounds. It is also fun and easy to play, even for novices who are not musically inclined. Anyone can pick one and play by beating the tongues or tapping them with bare hands or mallets. The sounds of this type of drum are very similar to the hang drum or hand pan. However, the manufacturing process of these two drums is different. The tongue drum is tuned by hammering and is much cheaper compared to a hang drum. It is also easily available because of the not-so-complex structure, making the production easy and fast. While this instrument was initially called tank drum, it becomes more popular and in demand when referred to as tongue drum. The tongue-like designs on the top section of the steel case produce varying notes that are tuned to a diatonic scale. This means that every note you create with this drum will sound good with the note you played before or after. Each note goes up and down the scale from the left to the right across the instrument's head. The orientation of notes is similar to a hand pan. Most tongue drums have 8-9 notes, represented by the tongue-shaped slits. You have the option to choose your preferred scales and sizes. The smaller versions feature fewer notes and are much challenging to play because of the limited space of the upper section. You need mallets to strike accurately and produce the sounds for this option. The tongues act like the keys of your piano or individual strings of guitars, allowing the player to create melodies and rhythms. Each tongue is pre-tuned to a specific note. The pitch and the sound of the notes are determined by the length, weight, and width of the tongues. As you hit the drum with mallets, hands, or fingers, you create a sound that is amplified by the drum itself. You hear the sounds from the slits or tongues. You can create a chord by hitting more than one tongue. What is best about them is you don't need to have knowledge, skill, or experience about musical instruments because tongue drums are already tuned for you. Something to think about. When choosing your tongue drum, find one that strongly resonates with your energy. How does tongue drum work? Most people describe tongue drums as easy to play by anyone. This is because the common scale they use is the pentatonic scale, a musical scale that has 5 notes per octave. Every note pairs with another note in the octave, allowing you to play them in whatever style you want. The The sounds that this scale generates are pleasant and sweet in the ears. Each note flows smoothly and harmoniously to the next. In short, there is no bad chord or note in the pentatonic scale. Pentatonic is also ideal for various musical contexts. Tongue drums are also tuned in various tones like the major scales, minor scales, akebono scale, chromatic scale, and diatonic scale. Akebono scale. This oriental scale suits the needs of people who are looking for a meditative or relaxing approach. It is best for music therapy and is used in the traditional music of Japan. Chromatic scale. It is a 12-tone scale with 12 pitches. Diatonic scale. This scale features 5 whole steps with 2 semitones or half steps in each octave. Major scales. A lot of tongue drums have major scales like the C major scale of the full-tone beat root, the multi-scale model with G major scale that can easily shift to 5 other options within seconds. Minor scales. The acoustic properties of the minor scale are very much popular among players who like the gliding sound dimension that they generate. The melodies are the perfect prelude to gentle melancholy and introspective journeys. Other exotic scales are the traditional Japanese scale, Balinese, Egyptian, and Arabic. Scales with more notes do not affect the ease of playing the tongue drum. Instead, the additional notes provide more opportunity to create new combinations of notes. The manufacturers also indicate the scale the tongue drums are tuned to. This static knowledge suits the novices. There is also another option that is great for more advanced players, the tunable tongue drum. It works best for people who know how to operate a chromatic electronic tuner and know music theory. A tunable tongue drum lets you change the scale of your instrument using an innovative tuning system that allows a quick transition from one scale to another. It is made possible by adding weights like neodymium magnets beneath the instrument's tongues. This brings more range of notes that helps you create more beautiful melodies. So when you want a rejuvenating, melancholic, joyful or introspective feeling, picking up the mood is much easier with a tongue drum. Types of tongue drums. There are several types of tongue drums in the context of materials used: steel, alloy steel, metal, or wood. Steel, metal, and alloy steel tongue drums have almost identical sound, shape, and size. The metal tongue drums are easy to customize and can be painted with colors. It is also easy to etch charming designs on their surfaces and uses corrosion-resistant coating. Steel tongue drum. As I mentioned above, the first tuned steel tongue drum of modern days was invented by Denis Havlena. He used a 20-pound propane tank to create the famous tongue drum version. It was actually an adaptation of Jim Doble's whale drum, which is another instrument made from an old propane gas tank. Whale drum became very popular because of its portability, unique structure, and ability to give relaxing melodies. Steel tongue drums are smaller, more accessible, more portable, and less expensive than the hang drums and whale drums. Manufacturers generally craft 7 to 10 tongues for steel tongue drums. But there are also tongue drums with 11 to 13 tongues. The top side of this instrument is the tank's bottom with slit cuts that represent the notes to create melodic sounds. To add weight and variety of notes, creators of steel tongue drums use neodymium magnets. Wooden tongue drum. Inspired by the Aztec tone, log, or tone drums, the modern version tongue drums are rectangular wooden boxes with cut-out tongues on the top and played using mallets. The mallets or beaters with rubber heads are used to strike the tongues notes of the tongue drum. As you strike this drum, the melodic sound resonates with the box. The sound can be tuned to suit any musical scale or melody. The two primary parts of a wooden tongue drum are tongues, the component of the drum that produces melodies, box, the chamber that enhances the volume of the generated sound and magnifies the effect that is similar to a human voice box. Every wooden tongue drum is crafted to deliver great resonance that helps in whatever purpose you have in mind. The modest number of tongues that represent the musical notes provide a truly different experience as you beat this instrument, challenging you to create your own rhythms and be creative. Manufacturers of wooden tongue drums use classic or exotic woods to highlight their distinctive characteristics and sound. You can also ask some makers to customize your tongue drum and use a specific wood for great aesthetic appeal. The commonly used woods are mahogany, spruce, red elm cedar, and canary. Painting the wood is not an option, so artisans use beeswax and natural oil mixture as sealants because it enhances the distinct beauty of the material and keeps it scratch-proof. The big question: do you believe that sound therapy can help you forget about your worries and anxieties? How so? Uses of tongue drums. A tongue drum is a wonderful musical companion, whether you are jamming with friends, playing for entertainment or relaxation, attending therapy sessions, or following a wellness plan. It can be incorporated with yoga or meditation practices. The mystical and soothing tone of steel tongue drums promotes a sense of peace and tranquility that centers your core self. The soft melodies induce a calming and meditative ambience that is restorative and healing. The drum sound serves as a focal point as you exhale your worries away, helping you relax your mind and body. It can be incorporated into breathing techniques. Playing the tongue drum helps you regulate your breathing. Playing and listening to the sound of a tongue drum cleanses the mind and spirit. Like yoga practices, drumming helps you improve intentional breathing. It is used for chakra healing. Like the popular tuning fork and Tibetan singing bowl, tongue drums are also good for cleaning chakras or energy fields of the body. However, not all tongue drums can be used for this purpose, so it is important to find one that is specially designed to help you achieve this goal. A chakra healing tongue drum features notes that are individually associated with every chakra of your body. It is necessary to strike the tongues that resonate with the main chakras. Crown chakra, B. Third eye chakra, A or A flat. Throat chakra, G or G flat. Heart chakra, F or F flat. Solar plexus chakra, D flat or E. Sacral chakra, C flat or D. Root chakra, C. It is used in music therapy. Playing a tongue drum is active music therapy. It is used for behavioral and occupational therapists for their patients because it encourages relaxation, promotes self-expression, boosts confidence, overcomes physical difficulties, and improves coordination. It benefits adults and children with autism, sound sensitivity, and special needs. Another way to harness the power of the tongue drum is through receptive music therapy. It involves listening to the melodies while meditating or focusing on a specific point with eyes closed. This therapy helps to reduce anxiety, pain, or stress, as well as boost the overall mood. It is used to create musical compositions. You can easily compose original, beautiful music with this instrument. The complementary scale used in the tongue drum ensures that there are no bad notes, so go ahead and let your creative juices flow freely. Did you know that the healing properties of 528 Hz have been known during ancient times, but it was only during the late part of the 20th century that it was accounted for and recorded. How to choose a tongue drum. Before buying the first tongue drum that catches your attention and interest, it is best to reflect for some time and think about your objectives and preferences. You have to consider several factors. Scales. One of the reasons why you should think first before buying one is because you have to find the right scale for your need. Deciding which scale to choose can be a bit challenging because all tongue drums produce wonderful rhythms, but it is important to remember that your choice of scale will influence the way you play and the mood of the sounds you will create. Once you buy your tongue drum, it will accompany your musical or sound healing journey. The general rules of thumb for judging the tongue drum scales are: the Akbono scale originated from Japan, hence its distinctive Zen or meditative tone. Major scales are considered happy and uplifting tones. Minor sharp scales are pensive, sad, melancholic, or darker. You may consider the type of emotions you'd like to manifest or evoke when choosing your instrument. For introspective, deeply relaxing, or meditative atmosphere, opt for a minor scale. For a warm and warmer atmosphere, consider major scales. A multi-scale model is perfect for different moods and emotions you want to create in every setting. It is important to select the one that resonates with you. If you cannot decide which one to choose, the best thing to do is to purchase a double-sided or tunable tongue drum with up to 6 scales. This type of tongue drum lets you play any of the featured scales whenever you want to evoke a certain emotion. It works great for those who like to experiment with the sound and explore different tunings. Find one with an electronic tuner to help you get the right notes. Pitch. Another factor that you need to look into is the pitch, which refers to the degree of lowness or highness of notes. The common pitches of tongue drums are 432 Hz, 444 Hz, and 440 Hz. 442 Hz is the lower pitch and generates grounding, relaxing, or calming notes. 440 Hz is the musician's standard tuning. 444 Hz is the higher pitch and comes in handy when you want to uplift your mood or release tension. For those who have mystical leanings, look for models with 432 Hz or Verdi pitch, the frequency that is believed to resonate with Mayan temples, water, and the universe. The Verdi pitch is typically tuned to the C major scale. Aesthetic. When you buy something, you want to stand out or feel good about its aesthetic value. Tongue drums usually come in different colours and unique etchings. It's important to buy one that speaks to you or represents your personality. Some tongue drums are shaped like lotus flowers and other images. Other choices have antique patinas or decorated sides. Where to buy a tongue drum? There are local music stores that offer tongue drums. You can check out their online stores and have your order delivered to your doorstep. Another option is to find an artisan who specializes in creating percussion instruments and order a customized tongue drum. Look for stores that provide sample sound clips as well as comprehensive descriptions of the items they are selling. They would come in handy because you cannot personally try the instrument. If you prefer second-hand tongue drums, check out Craigslist, eBay, and other buy and sell websites. How much is a tongue drum? In general, tongue drums are more affordable compared to other types of drums like hang drums. Hang drums usually fetch a tag price of thousands of dollars and are harder to find, while average-sized tongue drums would be around $200 to $300. The smaller miniature steel tongue drums are usually below $100. High-quality ones are priced less than $800. Care and maintenance. Keeping your tongue drum is a breeze. It all begins in the understanding of the abilities and limitations as well as observing simple precautions. During play, keep in mind the following reminders. Avoid wearing bracelets or rings. Make sure that your wrists are providing the motion, not your elbows or the whole arms. Observe appropriate force when beating the drum with mallets or palms. Avoid playing the middle of the tongues with fingers. Focus on the bottom half and sides of the tongues. When not in use, observe the following recommendations. Always store your instrument in a dry, safe, indoor location. Do not leave the tongue drum outside or expose it to elements. Use a padded carrying case when you need to travel or transport your tongue drum to prevent accidental falls or scratches while on the go. Check your instrument regularly. If there is an issue, quickly determine the cause or source of the problem and resolve it. If you hear a buzzing sound, check the grooves for possible debris that lodged in between them. When cleaning and troubleshooting your tongue drums, do the following. To clean the slits, always use thick paper. For cleaning the tongue drums, use a microfiber cloth or a soft fabric to dust them. When your tongue drum is out of tune, due to improper use or playing too hard, check any dent or warping in the tongues. If you accidentally dropped your tongue drum and caused it to crack, dent or chip, have it repaired if still possible. If not, it's best to replace it with another one. Trivia. 528 Hz is the love signal. It resonates with the note MI on the scale. Dr. Leonard Horvitz, author of the Healing Codes. Chapter 4. Playing the tongue drums. While it's true that playing the tongue drum is easy, it is still important to understand the proper way to do it. This will help you maximize the benefits of the tongue drums, prevent possible hand injury or finger soreness, and enjoy the drumming for healing experiences. Tongue drums are versatile instruments, giving you the freedom to find your unique style while experimenting with different styles and techniques. There are two approaches when playing tongue drums, using mallets or hands fingers. Playing with mallets. Mallets are the perfect partner of tongue drums. They are sticks with rounded heads and made out of hard wood for durability. Mallets amplify the sound, creating much louder, flashier and richer rhythms. They generate bigger, louder sounds because of their hard construction. The size and length of mallets should be relative to the size of your instrument. When using mallets, it is important to hold them properly. The ideal position is to hold each mallet between the thumb and index finger, away from the ball end, and about 3/4 of the stick down. This gives you a feel for the responsiveness when the ball ends bounce against the tongues. Most tongue drums have included mallets. You may also purchase another pair if you want to create a different sound that is brought by the ball densities and styles of the mallet. For beginners, playing the tongue drums with mallets is recommended. It allows you to get the hang of the instrument and experiment with the sounds. Playing with hands. When using hands to play a tongue drum, you need to utilize your palms, heels of the hand, and fingers to produce melodic beats. Many advanced players prefer using their hands because of the closer connection with the instrument and the greater freedom while playing. Hands create softer tones. Playing with hands is more challenging and technical. It takes technique and more precision, but allows more diversity when you play. Once you master the techniques through patience and practice, it would be easier to use your hands. The best way to tap or slap the tongue with your hands is using the knuckle of your thumbs and the pads of the fingers to play the notes. As you develop your drumming skills, you can incorporate finger rolls to create chords that require 2 notes at a time. Achieving chords like this can be difficult when you use mallets. Use your knuckles or fingers to create rhythm effects and beautiful chords. You can also use accessories like finger knobs, finger picks or finger sleeves to amplify the sounds you are creating while playing by hands. Using picks help you avoid soreness or injury in the fingers, especially during prolonged sessions. How to play it. Playing a tongue drum is easy, especially when it is tuned in pentatonic scale, because every combination of notes sounds in harmony. It allows you to intuitively play music by beating the drum and just following the flow of rhythms. As you play, allow the melodies to embrace your being, your senses, your mind, your body, and your spirit. The intuitive playing approach of tongue drums makes it special among the many musical instruments. It is impossible to produce bad notes with this kind of percussion instrument. To help you play without a hitch, buy a tongue drum with numbered stickers that identify the notes. They come in handy when you want to play certain tunes or songs using sheet music and drumming patterns. Some of the available tongue drums have a user manual with these patterns. You can place your tongue drum in your lap when you play. Putting it in the lap helps you get closer to the instrument and deeply experience the mystical power of the sounds. There is no right or wrong way to position your drum in the lap, but the easiest way to play is to position the lowest note nearest to the body. This helps you access and move the scale starting from the left side of your hand. When it is close to you, progressing up to the other notes becomes easier as you do left, right, and then forward and around it. You can also place it on a soft surface or a stand that is recommended by the manufacturer of your tongue drum. Some have rubber feet to go. The holes at the instrument's bottom should be kept unobstructed and open. For beginners, the great way to begin is using a forefinger. You need to hit the drum surface with your fingertip, the spot which is used to get your fingerprint. As you go along, use the other fingers to create notes until your fingers are producing clear and loud sounds, like you are using soft sticks or mallets. The hit should be sharp, but not very strong. You will notice that during a short contact with the tongue drum surface, your finger or mallet bounces up like that of a tennis ball. The shorter the contact, the deeper the overtones and longer the sounds become. Here are some tips and routines that can help you make the most of the experience. Begin with the lowest to the highest notes. Repeat it until you are done. Start with any note you like and move to other notes in a circular manner. Play notes according to their positions, like play only notes on the bottom or top side of your drum, or play the note on the right or side. Create your own pattern of notes and chords, be creative and unleash your musical leanings. Experiment with multiple sounds and a variety of tunes. Find two notes that complement each other and play them together to generate a distinct chord. Keep finding complementary notes. Try different levels of force, gentle at first, then going harder. In due time, depending on the time you spend playing and harnessing the benefits of your tongue drum, you will master the drumming techniques. Just enjoy practicing and have fun while exploring the wonderful possibilities that your instrument can give. For advanced players, once you are more adept at playing your instrument, you can progress to a more advanced and technical manner. Prepare yourself by doing these exercises. Play the tongue drum using your hands and a mallet simultaneously. Try to dampen the notes using your finger when you are done playing them. Dampening or shortening the notes, you need to stuff the tongues with something soft. If the notes do not resonate long, try to play faster melodies. If you can, try to experiment with different kinds of mallets, rubber, felt, or wooden sticks. Practice your skills by following sheet music and drumming patterns you find on the internet. Watch YouTube tutorials. When you invest in a tongue drum, you are given a rare opportunity to express your individuality. Reconnect with your true self and unlock the doors to complete healing. Trivia. The most ancient and best tool for sound therapy is the human voice. Vocal healing can be in the form of chanting, humming, or singing. Chapter 5. Tongue drums tuning. Tongue drums have inspired cultures and generations in creating awesome musical sounds that help in healing and wellness. The magical vibrating melodies that steel drums produce can touch the core of being very deeply, promoting deeply spiritual experiences that induce healing. It is perfect for people who are seeking personal awakenings without the interventions of other people. Playing alone and letting your spirit soar with happiness is liberating. The power of tuning. One of the advantages of tongue drums is the tuning ability. This is made easy because of the magnets that are placed beneath the tongues. The magnet under each of these tongues directly affects your drum's tuning. The science behind this action is the mass distribution across the tongues that represent the musical tones. The closer the magnet in the solid body or center, the lower the pitch is. The farther the magnet, the higher the pitch becomes. You see, magnets are an integral part of tuning your tongue drum. They are not just your ordinary magnets, but extra strong magnets that hold their positions and influence the pitch of the tongues. It is important to observe proper caution when handling these magnets because they tend to abruptly attach to a magnetic surface or snap together. While they are strong, these magnets are very brittle, so any unnecessary action will cause their breakage and unusable. Why do you need to tune your tongue drum? Once you own a tongue drum, you will be eager to explore all the possibilities and features of this little, yet incredible percussion instrument. So when you notice that the basic tuning seems to lose its frequency, or you are not satisfied with the basic tunes, your next step is to tune or retune it. But before doing it, it is important to learn how to refrain from committing mistakes. The most vital tool you need is a tuner. Tuners are useful when selecting the frequency that matches the note of every tongue. You can buy a chromatic tuner or read a tuner application. Select a tuner that allows you to tune every note within the selected scale without doing it manually. However, manual selection is more accurate when tuning tongue drums. How to tune your tongue drum. Are you ready to recalibrate your tongue drum? It may be a bit intimidating to retune your instrument, but it is the only way to restore its original pure sound. Steel tongue drums typically come with an adjustable tuner that uses a magnet system. You simply need to move the magnet up or down to select the key and tune or raise and drop the pitch. Here are some general guidelines when tuning your tongue drums. Remember that the magnet in the individual tongue determines the note. If you need to move smaller magnets to amplify the effect, lesser movement is recommended. Hold the magnet between the thumb and index finger to gain control as you adjust and slide it across the tongue. Make sure that the magnets are placed in the center and are not touching the side of the tongues to prevent a buzzing sound. Choosing the scale and frequency. The right frequency or scale is crucial to your healing experience. Incorrect sound frequencies can affect your body and slow down your recovery process when you are recuperating from an illness. They may even hurt you and create imbalances in your body. To ensure that these will not happen, precision and correct selection of the scale and frequency are very crucial. This is why a lot of players stick to the tongue drum's default scale and focus on mastering the tones. Others choose to entirely change the scale and try new frequencies. However, there are models of tongue drums that do not allow the change of scale. For example, the classic unibody tongue drums do not have adjustments. This limits the possibilities of tuning your instrument to achieve your desired effects. Magnetic tuning. For greater freedom to customize the tune of your drum whenever necessary, or you want to experiment on new chords, buy a brand that can be opened and tuned with magnets. The special magnets make frequency or note adjustments of the tongues more convenient and quick. With magnetic tuning, you can easily change notes on the scale. However, due to its strength, the magnet can be a bit tough to deal with, so make sure to keep it in a precise position in the tongue center spot. To perfect it, you may need to make several tiny adjustments. Beware of sudden jerking that makes the task more challenging, but when you are doing it regularly, it will be easier for you to get the magnets in the exact locations and to complete the tuning process. Knife tuning. Some steel tongue drums lose their initial frequencies after some time, necessitating players to retune them. A knife can be used to adjust the frequency and restore the former quality of sound. It works by hooking the tongue through the kerf, bending it up slightly to adjust the frequency to the former point. But when using this technique, it is vital to bend the tongue carefully and in tiny increments. After each bend, check the frequency using a tuner. How long does the frequency stay in tune? Magnets used to create distinct notes in the tongue drums are generally super strong and high quality. However, playing with mallets regularly can create tiny movements that cause the note or notes to become a bit out of tune. It can be resolved immediately by adjusting the magnet to its initial position. Tuning your tongue drum in a multitude of scales, including non-standard frequencies, to evoke healing effects makes it more valuable. By adding more magnets to its tongues, the true potential of this special musical instrument becomes more apparent and gives you endless ways to create new sounds. Make it your habit to check your tongue drum's tuning before playing to create your desired sounds. In this way, you can easily adjust the magnet to resolve sound issues. Did you know that, during ancient times, playing the drum was considered a profound offering to the enlightened beings and one of the 8 sensory offerings? Chapter 6. Sound Therapy Healing with Tongue Drums. Musical instruments have been used in therapeutic settings for so long. Music has a mystical ability to promote healing by stimulating feel-good chemicals like endorphins and lowering the levels of cortisol or stress hormone. When there is an abundant supply of endorphins in the body, the person becomes more relaxed, less anxious and joyful. These beneficial chemicals possess mood-enhancing, pain-killing, soothing and calming properties. Tuning and changing vibrational field. Around our biofield and mind field, there is cacophonous energy that is constantly moving and resonating with the energies of other people and objects. This is the tuning point or the turning point which allows you the freedom to reset the vibration and the underlying tone of your thoughts and actions. Shifting from one pattern to another, whether physical or mental, lets you enter the still point or a neutral pause. This is the point in time that you can tune in to, encouraging you to reorganize the vibration and adapt to this new tone. Mindfulness and meditation practitioners aim to enter this tuning point to harness the benefits of these practices. Instruments like tongue drum can naturally induce this still point by empowering the nervous system and allowing the thoughts to effortlessly shift to the desired state of being. The mystical sound frequencies of tongue drums work to open the energy pathways in the body, calm the nervous system, and release energy blockages. During this state, the life force, prana, chi, flows freely and brings in fresh energy. Resonance facilitates homeostasis in the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems, sending empowered sound signals across the biofield. Benefits of sound healing vibrations. 1. They balance the energy, increase energy awareness, tune the body, clear sound barriers in the biofield, chakra tuning, calm anxiety, enhance motivation, boost creativity. 2. They provide physical support and healing. Break the pain cycles of migraine, strengthen the spine, increase the bone density, support joints, vision, autonomic nervous system, lymphatic system, peripheral nerves. Help resolve the cellular disharmony of diseases. Adjunct to acupuncture, trigger point therapy, and reflexology, balance digestion, improve sleep pattern. 3. They provide emotional and spiritual support, promote trust, inspiration, patience, love, encourage intuitive awareness, release the effects of grief and loss, induce peaceful presence, help release stress by focusing on the qualities of being. Why is tongue drum perfect for healing? Now that you are more familiar with how the tongue drums help in sound therapy and healing, it is obvious why a lot of people choose this instrument in their wellness program. The The obsession of difficult cultures in using drums to create compelling and beautiful sound experiences has spanned different generations until this modern times because of the following reasons. 1. It is ideal for beginners. You can create harmonious sounds even if it is your first time handling this instrument. This is because the tongue drums feature a specific series of notes known as the scale. So when you start tapping the drum with mallets or hands, you can effortlessly create any melodies or sequence of notes or combination of notes called chords. 2. It is easy to improvise chords and melodies. The tongue drum's perfectly tuned scale allows easy improvisation of chords and melodies even without any formal training of reading musical sheets or understanding music theory. 3. It offers a wide range of sounds and tones. Despite the limited amounts of notes in the scale, tongue drums allow combinations of notes that evoke diversified vibes, emotions, and moods. The possibilities and potentials of playing different rhythms make this dynamic instrument very exciting to use. By using the pads of your fingers, your knuckles, the sides of your fingers, or palms, you can create a huge range of relaxing or rejuvenating sounds, while using mallets provides different tones and sustains them longer compared when using the hands. 4. It serves as your gateway instrument. A gateway instrument helps your journey to more awesome musical experiences that provide spiritual, emotional, and physical benefits. The easy playability, portability, and diversity of steel tongue drums help you develop a closer relationship with music. 5. It is a bridge to self-expression. Playing a tongue drum lets you experience the dynamics of sound therapy and its healing benefits. Once you're into it, you should learn to focus on creating your desired rhythm patterns to help you experience the relaxing or rejuvenating states that you are aiming for. This versatile instrument boosts your confidence in your skills and encourages you to become more emotionally open. It touches your core being through sounds and lets your inner self come out in the open. You become more aware of your abilities and true potentials, becoming unafraid to express yourself by voicing out your thoughts, views, and feelings. Each time you play, you will notice that your sounds are becoming more personal, more unique, and more about self-expression. 6. It is perfect for sound healing and meditation. The ancient practice of meditation and sound healing techniques are made more effective with tongue drums that can generate evocative frequencies. These reasons make them popular with yoga gurus, music and behavioral therapists, and sound healing practitioners. 7. It stimulates the senses to harness therapeutic effects. In a therapeutic setting, playing a tongue drum encourages the connection between the surrounding and the inner world of patients. It stimulates interaction and communication while listening to the rhythms and melodies. The soft, soothing sounds from the tongue drums have a direct effect on concentration and memory. Moreover, the active playing of this instrument keeps you focused on your hands' actions, which act as a catalyst to release unwanted and negative emotions. In general, it stimulates the sense of hearing, touch, and sight. The healing sounds of tongue drums. The healing power of tongue drums comes from their soothing tones and the tuning ability to frequencies that resonate excellently with body, mind, and spirit. It harnesses specific vibrations that awaken emotional and physical responses, leading to healing. The healing vibes of tongue drums are perfect for incorporating sounds into your wellness program and everyday self-care routine. Allowing your body to follow its natural rhythms without the rules and restrictions as you play your tongue drum is very liberating. It lets you release your emotional pains, fears, and resentments out of your subconscious mind. Sound healing. Studies show that certain frequencies are naturally aligned with the body's chakras. These particular vibrational sounds are useful in receptive music therapy and can stimulate the chakras when tuned to A equals 432 Hz, which is believed to be the universe's natural frequency. You can easily do it with the help of a modern tuner and tuning app. Melodic drumming helps people who are having troubles calming their overactive mind and struggling to relax. The action and the generated tones serve as a purposeful focal point or distraction to stop worrying and focus on regulating breathing. It works to synchronize thoughts, emotions, actions, as well as feedback. The sounds, while very relaxing, are also rejuvenating, making them great as a tool to manifest a goal or a vision. Yoga and meditation. These two life-enhancing practices from ancient India bring mindfulness and clarity to the mind. While yoga is more physical activity, it adheres to the principles of meditation to still the conscious thoughts to stimulate grounding, balancing, and healing effects. Over time, both involved and incorporated mantras, sounds, and music during the practice to provide a focal point of attention and help in regulating breathing. Tongue drums are wonderful percussion instruments for relaxation, focus, and immersion. Concentrating on the harmonies and rhythms of the tongue drum will help you silence and focus the mind, letting you meditate in a more serene and deeper state. Music and occupational therapy. Tongue drums are very useful in both active and receptive methods of music therapy. The receptive method involves listening to the sounds that are intentionally selected because of their pure and tones that enhance relaxation. During active music therapy, patients are encouraged to create their musical sounds by playing the instrument. This approach significantly enhances physical coordination and provides restorative effects on the body and mind. The mellow tones are perfect for those who have sensitivities to abrupt or loud sounds and people with special needs. Chakra cleansing. For chakra healing, you can change the frequencies or look for special tongue drums that are specifically designed for cleansing chakras. The best way to start the process is to play the notes that correspond with the root or lowest chakra up to the crown or highest chakra. You can also incorporate mantras and other beneficial visualization while focusing on the chakra that you want to clean. There are two ancient systems for sound or music therapy, the Tibetan system and the Vedic system. They both use frequencies or musical tones that align to the 7 chakras or energy centers of the body. Every chakra corresponds to neural networks in the spinal cord and the endocrine system. Imbalance in these energy centers can bring a lot of physical and emotional disorders. One of the best ways to balance the chakras is using sound vibrations to promote calmness. The Vedic system. Root, 1st chakra, C. Sacral, 2nd chakra, D. Solar plexus, 3rd chakra, E. Heart, 4th chakra, F. Throat, 5th chakra, G. Third eye, 6th chakra, A. Crown, 7th chakra, B. The Tibetan system. Root, 1st chakra, F. Sacral, 2nd chakra, C. Solar plexus, 3rd chakra, G. Heart, 4th chakra, D. Throat, 5th chakra, A. Third eye, 6th chakra, E. Crown, 7th chakra, B. The healing frequencies. Solfeggio frequencies. These frequencies are used in ancient musical scales which are recently rediscovered by wellness gurus. They are believed to bring healing as they connect with the frequency of the universe. Modern-day meditation techniques tap these frequencies to open the life forces in the body. 174 Hz is for relieving stress and pain, promoting security to the organs of the entire body. Healers refer to this frequency as a natural anesthetic, which is perfect for alleviating pain in the feet, legs, or lower back. It is also useful in the restoration of aura. 285 Hz is for healing the body's organs and tissues. It is useful in treating minor wounds, such as damaged tissues and burns. It also aids in cell rejuvenation that helps to treat the damages in the organs. 396 Hz helps eliminate grief, guilt, and fear. This frequency can penetrate the deeper level of self, working excellently to reverse the negative emotions that act as ultimate blockers to realizing life's purpose. 417 Hz facilitates change and effectively removes negative energy. It is one of the most searched frequencies because of its powerful ability to alter the patterns of thoughts and promote a more positive and simpler way of thinking. It is also popular for undoing traumas. 528 Hz is for manifesting love, transformation, and miracles. Healers use it to help them repair the DNA and restore it to the perfect state. Many called it the love frequency as it fuses creation with nature, awakens deeper spirituality, and restores the inner balance. It corresponds to solar plexus chakra, encouraging restoration of confidence and self-esteem, as well as promoting physical health. 639 Hz is the frequency that enhances connection and relationships with family, friends, and society. It improves love and tolerance through a cellular process, promoting better communication. 741 Hz helps in the awakening of intuition, solving problems and encouraging mental clarity. This frequency is also useful in detoxifying the cells from bacterial, fungal, viral, electromagnetic radiation, and other pollutants. It works to purify the mental and physical body and can be used to treat chronic pain. 852 Hz is used for resetting the spiritual order. It can raise the awareness and energy of cells as well as boost intuition to help you connect with the vast universe. It increases and balances spiritual consciousness. 963 Hz is the highest level of the self-regio frequencies. It aids in reconnecting with the spirit and in the spiritual world. 432 Hz. This frequency harmonically aligns to the nodal space resonance and natural patterns of scalar waves. It is believed that 432 Hz is connected with the oscillatory or vibratory nature of the universe and the frequency that resonates with the earth. When played, it influences the human psyche and promotes positivity and healing effects. Helpful tips. Play your tongue drum for at least 15 minutes. Simply concentrate on the beats rather than your breathing. Allow yourself to become the sound and enjoy the experience. That leads to healing of mind, body, and spirit.